Warning, here are the tax deed mistakes that you need to avoid if you want to profit with one of the best ways to make money in real estate, which is tax deed investing, allowing you to buy property sometimes for up to 90% below market value and buy cheap property sometimes for as little as 50 bucks. Sounds exciting, sounds questionable sometimes. What are the mistakes you need to avoid? So that's what we're going to talk about here is the simple mistakes that you need to avoid, that you need to stay away from, and the warnings and the red flags when you are deciding to get into tax lien and deed investing. So let's talk about the dangers, okay? So the first thing you need to be careful of is things like clouded title and doing proper research on the property. So what that means when you're researching title is you want to make sure that the county has sent out all of the notifications to everybody on the chain of title, okay? So let's say, for example, maybe you're a mortgage holder. You did a hard money loan on a property, and the county doesn't send you a notification saying, hey, this property, the taxes are owed, pay the taxes or we're going to wipe you out. So say the county didn't send out that notification properly. In that situation, you're going to have a problem. Now, most of the time you can get the sale voided because the county didn't do their job correctly. However, it's very important. The next big mistake to avoid is avoid properties that have city or county liens on them. This is important because the beauty of a tax deed sale is it wipes out liens and mortgages. However, the county's not the biggest fan of wiping out their own liens on properties. So say, for example, it's a house with a big yard and maybe the county has done some trash removal or maybe they've been cutting the grass and then they've been putting liens on it and that's been gathering interest. I've seen grass mowing liens for as high as 50 grand. So you want to avoid those, okay? The other thing that you need to understand is redemption periods and rights of redemptions, okay? So for example, Texas has a 6-month redemption period on most of their properties. So you win the bid that day, but you can't sell it for 6 months, okay? Now, you could rent it out if it's vacant. However, you have to wait 6 months. Another big mistake in Texas, be aware of homestead properties or at any auction in any state, watch out for homestead properties and special exemptions there as well. The other big thing is, we mentioned this in the last video, be aware of things like environmental issues. I don't like to buy things that are, maybe it was a gas station or a laundromat or an auto body shop, things where it can seep into the soil. That can be bad news. So you want to avoid that stuff as well.